Hi everyone, and welcome to Virtual Church for today, the 19th of July. Today we're going to hear a story that follows on from last week's story. We heard last week about the man who sowed the seeds and how they fell in different soil, and the parable that Jesus told about that. If you haven't heard last week's, it's probably worth revisiting the story before you hear today's or before you read today's. So today we're going to hear another parable that Jesus told about a man sowing seeds. And we're going to tell it by building up our piece of corn here, our piece of wheat here, by adding bits of the story as we go. So here's the story. Jesus told the crowd another parable. The kingdom of heaven is a bit like someone planting his field with good seed. He's very happy, but at night when everyone is sleeping, his enemy creeps in and plants weeds among the wheat, then sneaks off again. So when the wheat starts to grow, the weeds grow too. So here's our wheat just beginning to grow. The servants then go to their master and ask him, "Sir, didn't you just plant good seed in your field? So where have all the weeds come from?" When the master tells them that an enemy has planted them, they ask, "So shall we pull up all the weeds?" But the master replies, "No, because if you pull up the weeds, you might pull up the wheat as well. Let them both grow together until the harvest. And at harvest time I will send in the reapers, then the weeds can be collected up, tied into bundles and burned. The wheat can be harvested and put in my barn." Later, Jesus explained this parable to his disciples. "Listen carefully. This is the story of my world. The master is the Son of Man, that's me. My friends are like the good seed, and my enemies are like the weeds that the devil has planted. The harvest is like the end of time, and my angels are the reapers who separate the wheat from the weeds in the field, the good and the evil in the world. All the evil is thrown away like weeds on a bonfire, but all the good will shine like the sun in God's kingdom." So last week we heard about plants that couldn't grow properly because of the weeds, but this week the plants are growing in amongst the weeds. We know that there are things in the world that aren't good. And we know that some people aren't good. But this story teaches us that we can still be good Christians despite this, and we can still shine God's light brightly, and we can still grow to be a beautiful plant, a good piece of corn like this one. One of the things Jesus said earlier in Matthew's Gospel was this: "You are like light for the whole world. Make your light shine so that others will see the good that you do and will praise your Father in heaven." To be great Christians, people need to know, and we need to show God in all we do by being kind, being helpful, being thoughtful, by sharing, by loving those people around us, and by trying not to do the wrong thing. This is hard sometimes, and the things that we struggle with, which can be a bit like those weeds in the story, sometimes feel like they're overwhelming us and bigger than we can cope with, but we can always pray to God to ask him to help us to be more like these good plants, so that other people see God in us and see that God is in control. Why not try that this week? When it seems hard to do the right thing and behave like you know God wants you to, stop, pray about it, and then make a conscious effort to be more like God wants you to. The prayer activity I've suggested for you this week is praying with bubbles again. And there are also 2 crafts and a game to play with your family, so you should have plenty to keep you busy this week. And we'll be back next week with another virtual church.